are saying that I am sensitive, I think it is you that is overly sensitive about me reacting. The moment you stand up for yourself from being abused, any form of abuse, you have some people who are around you that will judge you as being sensitive. And yeah, we as humans, we will have some people around us. It could be in a relationship, it could be at work, who for every reaction you make towards their action, such as maybe making snide remarks, being very not cautious, or not being very critical when they're addressing or speaking to you, they judge you as being insensitive. Does this sound familiar? I will be sharing with you today some of the things that you could do when you're trying to deal with these kind of people. In most cases, it is always a situation where you have been in a consistent form of abuse and you're standing up for yourself. It could be a case where you're trying to set boundaries, and these sort of people they have been comfortable with saying these things to you, and in your head there is that belief where you're limiting yourself and you're already accepting that you are being sensitive. But then what are the things that you could do, or how can you deal with this situation when somebody is ridiculing you or you're being judged as being sensitive? I will be sharing those, but before I go on, I am Bola Adeyeye Omishade, and this is a community where we support ourselves to be our best version. It is a safe haven for anyone who is in a toxic relationship. You want to be the best self, yeah, you're welcome, and we can help you to be better. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, follow us on our social media pages, and leave your thoughts as well while I am sharing mine. Well, when you're being sensitive, it is your special gift. It shows that you are very careful and you react to actions. And of course, when there is an action, there is an expected reaction. So it is important that you are reacting well, although the way you react does matter. And that's why when you're dealing with people who say that you're sensitive, you need to know how to deal with them. And in the process of you trying to react in, for example, it says, oh, you're being sensitive. You can say, yes. Oh, did you just say that I am being sensitive? Yeah, that's true. I am learning to accept my sensitivity. I'm learning to love me being sensitive. In fact, I am putting in so much effort. But you see, in my relationship with you, it has been quite challenging because you are overly sensitive about how I react to your actions. And that is actually making it very challenging. My being very and you don't really, you gotta have a healthy conversation with this kind of people, and then you make them aware that their being overly sensitive is actually very challenging for you. And your own being sensitive, it's a gift, it's a special gift, and that is what makes you different. Of course, some of these people are people that you cannot do away with. Some of these people, you can set boundaries. It doesn't mean that you're not going to be their friend, but you're setting the boundaries. You're limiting the kind of contacts that you have with them, and of course, focus on those things that are your strength. At some point in my life, I used to be in this same kind of situation, and I can relate to you. And yes, indeed, I started standing up for myself. The first time I said no. Oh gosh. And after I, because it's not something you're used to. And then I said no. Somebody made a statement and I said, well, that's what you think. This is me and this is my strength. I felt, oh God, did I just do that? And that really helped me to dig down, deep down and reflect. And in the process of reflecting, I felt I have actually improved over the years. I have gotten better in my relationship, in my career, in everything I do. And then I looked at, this person that said that I'm being overly sensitive. I'm not sort of comparing. And I looked at, like, okay, is it me being sensitive here, or is it this person being uncomfortable about their own situation, about their own circumstances, and wanting to, push their feelings about themselves on me? So I had a reflection and I said, well, in fact, I went down to the drawing table and I started ticking some of the boxes. So this is what you should do as well. Sit down and you can reflect and list out those things that are very good about you. List them down. This is good, this is good, this is good. And then you can list on the side, you want to list those things, because of course, when you have some things that they're not where they're supposed to be, you would know. Those things, I'll just call them those things as a bad. List those things that are bad. When you list them, you ask yourself, those things that are good, are they more than those things that are bad? So compare them. Because sometimes it's okay to have a reevaluation of ourselves. Compare those two, and then you can make your own personal judgment. Now, those things that are very good about you, make them your strengths. We are all not perfect. We are all human beings. And yes, it is absolutely okay to react. Don't let anybody put their own beliefs, what they think is right, because in their opinion, they have certain things that they feel should be right, which of course might be against your own values, might be against, so it is there. So don't let them impose what their own beliefs are on you. Hence, look at those your strengths, those things that are good about you, and make them your strengths. Make them the point of contact that is why I am unique. And these are my special gifts. So when you're dealing when you're actually standing up for yourself, you need to make them realize that, well, it is time for you to evaluate yourself. It is time for you to be very careful and cautious when you're making certain statements, because when you make certain statements, when you make comments, when you react in a certain way, yes, I am human. I need to react, to whatever action, and you need to think about your actions before you put them forward, because of course I need to react as well. So, and of course you need to say that you probably need to look at those things that you are sensitive about and make them your special, because as I can see, I don't think you are aware of those things that you are sensitive about. Because now that you are saying that I am sensitive, I think it is you that is overly sensitive about me reacting. So, are you still wondering, or are you in a relationship where you cannot move away, or in a job that you cannot move away? You really need to start setting boundaries, because when these things keep going into our ears all the time, it starts becoming part of us, and it starts we start having low self-esteem. We start losing our confidence, because this person keeps saying these things all the time, and you start losing yourself, which of course will lead to you not being the best version of yourself. As much as you can, you want to be your best self. You want to do things. You want to be in an environment that is not toxic. Hence the more reason why you have to have a healthy communication with this person and say, well, it's okay for you to think that way, but I think me being very sensitive, it is my strength. So hey, if this is you and somebody is saying to you that, oh, you react to everything, or can I not make my comments, or can I not talk at all, you really have to say to the person, well, it's okay for you to talk, but you need to be very sensitive when you're talking, because for every action there is a reaction. I am reacting to what you have said. Have you taken your time to think about your comments? Have you taken your time to think about how I would react to those things you've said to me? Of course, I am human and it's totally acceptable. I am free to do what I want to do. I am entitled to react, and if this is my strength, oh gosh, it has actually helped me in so many areas of my life. My being very sensitive, in fact, has actually helped me to get to where I am today. And yes, I did say that to somebody at some point. I said, well, you know what? Did you just say I was sensitive? That has actually helped me in so many areas of my life, in my career, in my marriage, in my, in every area of my life. And it is my special gift. That is what makes me different. And if you're very uncomfortable with me being sensitive, well, I probably think it is time for you to walk through the door in a very polite way. There are some, my mom used to say something, we can't be friends for forever, or we can't be acquaintances or forever. There are some points when it's time to say bye-bye. So if you have that, and in most cases, these people are very toxic. You don't want to have somebody who is toxic. The kind of people you want to have around you are those who are your cheerleaders, those people who will celebrate your strengths, those people who would understand that yes, it is okay for us to have weaknesses, and they would support us to make those our weaknesses our strengths, those who would help us to come out of those weaknesses, those who will make us convert those problems we have to opportunities. And those are the kind of people that you want to have around you. So stop managing, because I have seen people say, okay, I will keep managing, I will keep, the outcome is not always good. You don't want to lose confidence in yourself because of somebody's opinion about you, because somebody is always ready to ridicule or judge you. So it's okay to stand up for yourself. Start standing up for yourself. Choose the kind of people that are your friends, that are your community. Choose carefully and start setting boundaries. Start setting boundaries. Is this you? And you really want to have more details into how to deal with those people who ridicule you, who judge you as being sensitive. The email will be on the screen in a minute. I want you to send me an email. You want to have a one-to-one conversation with you. I am, just as a gift to everyone, I am going to be giving 10 minutes to everyone that sends me email, and we're going to go back to the drawing table and look at those scenarios specific to you. And I'll be sharing more secrets on how to deal with these people that judge you as being sensitive. And in the comments, what do you think? I want to hear from you. What do you think about how do you think we can deal with this? Yeah, share in the comments, because I know that lots of people are actually waiting to read your own thoughts. Share your own story. I want to hear your own story on how you have dealt with those people who judge you as being sensitive. Now, if you don't know what this community is, it's a safe haven for women or women and men who are in toxic relationship, who want to get out of those relationships. It's a place where we help you to be the best version of yourself, to achieve those your goals, to strategize and help you achieve those dreams of yours. And of course, it's a place where you are in a community where we all strive to be our best version. If you like this and you think you have found value from this, I want you to give it a thumbs up, share it with your family, share it with your friends, share it with everyone that is struggling in a toxic relationship where all they hear is you are being sensitive. Share this with them, and I hope you have found this useful. Give it a thumbs up. Thanks for joining me today. Thanks for staying to the end. This is Bola Adeyeye Omeshade, and I'll see you again next week. Bye-bye.